Let's draw the Earth. You're gonna need something that makes perfect circles. In this case, I'm using a plate. Trace that about. There you have it. You'll need to know some line directions before we start. For example, vertical, horizontal, and diagonal lines. The contours of maps have these wiggly lines. It's kind of like a mix between zigzag and curvy. Remember that. We're going to do those type of lines to make our map today. Alright, we're ready to start. Let's do a diagonal line going down. Diagonal down and to the right. These are real small. A little bit up. And diagonal again, it's going down. A little diagonal. And our first horizontal line. All these are small little lines. Our first vertical line going down. Diagonal. And a little tiny vertical going down. For the state of Florida. We're going to go a little bit to the left and back up. Horizontal to the left. This part of the map always reminded me of a cow when I was a kid. Anyways, let's just make a big curve. And two wavy lines going down, getting smaller and smaller. Another little curve. Now let's put our pencil back to the top. We're going to do a diagonal line going down. Perfectly vertical, wiggly line going down. We're going to go back up and then back down to make that peninsula. Alright, let's do a diagonal line that follows the other lines that we did prior. This is also a diagonal line but almost becoming horizontal. Alright, now let's start with South America. A little tiny diagonal line going up. Now going down. And a tiny horizontal line. A little bit down. A tiny horizontal line. Down again. And a diagonal line. Now we have a vertical line that quickly turns diagonal. That was a pretty long diagonal line. Alright, a little tiny diagonal line. Now let's go back up, put our pencil back up where Panama starts. Little tiny horizontal line. And we're almost finished. Vertical line going down. And a little tiny diagonal to finish South America. Alright, let's not forget about the islands in the Caribbean. Let's start with Cuba. They say Cuba looks like a long alligator. Now where I'm from, Dominican Republic. Can't forget my homeland. Puerto Rico and the Lesser Antilles. Don't forget about my people in Jamaica. Oh right, the Bahamas. Love the Bahamas. Alright, let's color it up. It looks awesome. Almost appetizing. Mercury, the Moon, and Pluto pretty much looks the same to me. pretty much just a bunch of craters. Just make ovals towards the edges. Now line them up with a little edge. So ovals towards the edges. Oops, put the edge on the wrong side. This was on the bottom, so the edge is going to be towards the bottom of the oval. See, I just repeated a little line. Put little curves to make it look more crater-ish. Now this one's towards the middle, so it's not going to be an oval. It's more going to be like a circle. So the craters towards the middle are going to look more like a circle. This one I'm going to put an edge on the bottom because it's a little bit towards the edge, not too much. This is definitely the edge, so this is going to be a oval, a little oval. Another little oval is plenty at the edge. Let's put some more over here, oval, because it's at the edge. Two little curves to give it some texture. Circles don't have to be perfect, I mean they are just craters. Let's put some texture with little dots. Maybe some lines too. Color it great, and there you have it. Mercury, the Moon, and Pluto. Venus is next. Venus is pretty much the same size as the Earth. And it's made up to me just with a bunch of curvy lines. It spins the opposite way of the Earth and slower. I will color these different layers of Venus, different reds and oranges. They call it the fiery planet. Alright, let's skip the Earth and go straight to Mars. Mars has a polar north and a polar south. From pictures I see that it has an equator line that's wiggly. So go ahead and add that and color it different values of red. Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system and spins the fastest. Make wavy horizontal lines for Jupiter's layers. Towards the bottom, one of the lines curves towards the top, and then another one curves towards the bottom. Put some ovals in the middle for Jupiter's famous storm. Now we're ready for Saturn. Make a big curve that overlaps the planet and another big curve that's even bigger. Let me fix this little mistake. Don't forget to erase the overlapping. Add some layers and you're done. Uranus is set to spin on its side, so we're going to make this ring sideways, sort of diagonal. I'm going to fix the curve on the top so it matches the size of the one on the bottom. That's a little better. And its layers, we're going to make them diagonal as well. So Uranus sort of spins or rolls around the solar system. Alright, now we have Neptune. Simple layers. And it's known for having lots of storm. We're going to represent that with spirals. There's curves that get smaller, smaller, smaller. curve and it gets smaller and smaller towards the center, like a hurricane. Oh, and one more thing, if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. How do you do that? By clicking like and subscribe.